The heart killer, the Cinderella man, whatever you want to call him. This guy in ECWA are like peanut butter and jelly, you know? Without Chris Wylde, you just got that peanut butter in your mouth and you're just going like...
Chris Wylde's done it all, held every title here, the last Tri-State Wrestling Alliance champion.
Leader of the draw.
Had a lot of ups and downs with him, but over the past few years became very, very good friends with him. Not just inside the ring, but outside the ring as well.
Oh, I love Chris Wylde.
Violence now, going right after Chris.
You know, I introduced Chris Wylde for Pro Wrestling Illustrated several years back.
Oh, really?
Yes, that was me. Bring Violence into the other corner, and I think the only way to beat Violence is to beget Violence.
There's one man that can do it. It's definitely Chris Wylde.
Do you know who Violence is? He wouldn't tell me.
I do.
He looks familiar.
You've definitely seen him before. I was mentioned earlier, I believe that I did his debut match, refereed his debut match about a year ago.
Wow. Well, here he is debuting for ECWA Violence. Oh! Who issued this challenge? Was it Violence?
Yeah.
I would think he'd have to.
Well, what better way to want to debut for a company than take on one of its top performers?
I would have to think that the statement that would send would just be immeasurable.
Chris right after him, hard shot.
Whips him into huge flying back elbow. And the Cinderella man continuing right where he left off back in March or April.
Violence with a jaw jacker.
You got to wonder at what point the clock's going to strike 12 with this guy, though.
Chris Wylde?
Yeah. I mean, he's the Cinderella man, right?
Well, I think he's, since breaking away from Joel Blackheart...
very smart move, by the way.
He went back on his own, kind of found his way again. He was on a losing streak there for a while, maybe due to Joel Blackheart. Joel Blackheart, you know, speaking of him, conspicuous by his absence. We haven't seen him since April at the Super 8. And Joel's
now that you say that, actually.
Joel's always floating around.
Wylde with the backslide. And I thought the momentum was going to get him the pin there. Violence returns with a forearm right to the side of the head. Chris Wylde, of course, a former ECWA heavyweight champion. I believe it was back at the, the 48th anniversary show that Chris Wylde ended Papa Don's streak. 47th, maybe.
You know what? I don't have my book of notes. I don't remember.
I'm trying to test you here.
I do know the last time Wylde held the title was in January of 2013.
Well, that's a long time for somebody that's so motivated as Chris Wylde.
Chris Wylde also, you know, one half of the tag team champion.
Yes.
Mid-Atlantic champion. I believe he holds the record for holding that, I believe, 3 times.
And we saw some of the sinister side last year. You were talking about Joel Blackheart. Of course, as a member of the Draw, really as the leader of the Draw. He took that group to a new level.
Well, there was another dominant force faction in ECWA just a few short years ago.
In 52 years, you know, you got to figure there will be some highlights. You know, there will be some real, just really great memories, and so many of them are intertwined with things that Chris Wylde has done. But Violence is looking to end all that, by the way.
Violence is coming in making a statement. Like I mentioned earlier, he's the self-proclaimed fan attraction, interactive something. I don't know. All I know, he does sell a lot of merch. I do know that.
He seems a little crabby to me.
Wow, kind of taking Chris Wylde's cape. Throw it to the floor.
Violence obviously looking to make a statement here tonight, and he is just pounding away on the Cinderella Man. Fisherman suplex with the bridge, 1-2.
Not going to get Chris Wylde that easily.
Shades of the great Kurt Hennig there. Is the crowd really chanting for Violence?
I can't tell if this guy's a face or a heel.
I'm not familiar with those terms. No, I would think that Violence is one of those guys that he is so mean and so just ornery that the fans take to him.
Wylde now. Violence stuffs a clothesline. Back up against the ropes. Wylde's caught him.
Oh! Suplex of his own and a 2 count.
How's Violence get out? Wylde now setting Violence up. Couldn't hold him up. Wylde might have hurt his back there. Couldn't hold him up for the powerbomb. Violence!
I'm not sure his back didn't give out there, but Wylde finding a way to kick out, but he looks like he's in pain. Maybe his groin?
Yeah, Wylde could be hurt here. He tried to hold him. Violence is not a big guy. Oh, a huge power slam there. Driving the back of Chris Wylde through the mat. Violence now pointing to the corner. It's like going upstairs. Wylde now jumping up, huge shot to the face of Violence.
I guess Wylde is okay. Thank God he was able to shake off whatever that was, and maybe a superplex here. Oh! Violence rolls through. Wylde, it's almost like he's got to kick him off of him.
Wow, looks like he's mad.
What a debut it's shaping up to be for Violence. You know, he might be in trouble here.
Wylde going for the big boot. Violence now rolling him up.
Wylde's gonna whip him into the ropes there. Catches him with the kick. Beautiful kick right to the side of the head, and Chris Wylde, Cinderella Man, rolls him over. What does he have planned?
Wylde looks frustrated. Violence got the chain now. Violence bring the chain, and referee John Finnegan's got it.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
Violence using the chain on
desperation.
Wylde hasty retreat to the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, Violence has been disqualified for use of the chain.